Hi, my name is Jamie, and this is our model Michaela, and we are going to show you how to size your dancer for Just for Kicks uniforms. All right, so first thing you'll need is your measuring tape that looks like this. And there's going to be 5 different measurements you're going to want to get. The chest, or the bust, the natural waistline, so up high, the hips, down low, the girth, for the leotard sizing, like the length here, the inseam, and that is it. All right, so we're gonna show you how to do it on our model, Michaela. So obviously start down by the number 1. Have your dancer stand with her arms out, take a deep breath, and then relax. You don't want them sucking in, that'll make it grow larger, or like holding their breath because they'll kind of get a little smaller measurement. So just breathe normal. You'll take your measuring tape. You're gonna wanna go around the fullest part and make sure not to pull really tight, and just make sure that you're loosely measuring at the fullest point. Also make sure that it's even in the back. If there's some drooping in the back, that'll make the measurement go off as well. So that's your chest measurement. Now, the natural waist on an older dancer will be easy to find because it's the smaller part of the waist. But if you're dealing with little kids, it's kind of just the same size the whole way through. So we always have them lean to one side, and right where the fold is, that's where you're gonna start measuring. So the natural waistline, same thing, start with the number 1, put it around, have them take a deep breath, then just relax and go ahead and measure around the natural waist. The hips is pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. You're gonna wanna go right on their hips. The only thing that we would like to advise you is to make sure to hit the fullest part of their backside and not to let that back part of your measuring tape droop. So you want it to be a nice complete circle, not an oblong circle. All right, so make sure you're hitting your dancer at their fullest part of their hip and backside, and make your measurement like so. Okay, so like you don't want it up here, you want it way down here, okay? To get their hip measurement correct, okay? Just like so. The girth measurement. This is the most important measurement when it comes to sizing your dancer. Make sure your dancer feels comfortable with you. Don't let it be too weird, but you are gonna have to go through their legs. If their mom wants to help on this one, totally fine. So you're gonna take your measuring tape, go through their legs, make sure it's snug, not too snug. You don't wanna pull on it, but definitely don't let it have like a loose bow at the bottom. And then you wanna get it closer to the neck, not towards the outside of the shoulder, okay? So slightly snug, make sure it's coming up and around. This is giving you a nice measurement for the girth, the torso, and close to the neck, all right? And the last measurement is the inseam. We like to say your number 1 starts where your leotard will hit between your legs, okay? So you don't want it starting in the middle of the thigh, you want it up. Sometimes you can just hand it to the dancer and they can do it, hand it to the mom and they can do it, or if you know your dancer well enough, you can just do it. Well, older kids, have them hold it. So they're just gonna hold it where their leotard will start. You pull it down their leg and make sure it's hitting the floor, okay? Don't stop it like at the top of their leg or where the pant would stop. You want their inseam all the way down, hitting the floor. Some more tips on measuring. Make sure your dancer has fitted clothes on and no shoes. You don't want her to wear any wedges or anything that will add to her height. Flat to the ground is what we're looking for. Also, when you're doing the ordering of the uniform, one size larger than their street clothes size is sort of typical, not always. Remember, there's all different sizes and shapes of body types. Also, if you have a measurement that's measuring a certain size here and then a certain size in the girth or something, so say you have a little girl that's measuring a size 4 in her natural waist, and then the girth is saying a size 2, we would recommend going with the girth size over the waist size. The waist size fabric will stretch, and it's kind of built to give a little give and take. The girth, on the other hand, that's not really adjustable. So make sure they're comfortable breathing. Make sure you have like a separate little space for them to get measured possibly, because that might make them feel more comfortable. Because if you think the breathing and holding your breath will cause a different measurement. Another little piece of advice when you're doing uniform selection sizes, make sure that your piece you're considering, if you're ordering for pants or a skirt. Pants, you would obviously need the inseam in the waist and the hips. Skirt, natural waist and hips. You don't want to get skirts too big or they'll just fall off. so don't upsize on that. Leotards, make sure the girth is your most important part. Think about the dancer's natural size, like if she's a size 4. A lot of times it's going to be around there. So if you're ordering her a 16 randomly, you might be a little off on that. So consider their actual street clothes size as well when you're ordering. We hope our tutorial was helpful for you and your dancers at your next sizing and ordering of your uniforms for Just for Kicks.